everyone, and welcome to the Makeup Workshop. I'm your host and makeup artist, Vanessa Flagg. Today I'm going to teach you how to achieve a simple, neutral, glam makeup look for going out. So let's get right into it. But before we begin, let me introduce you to our wonderful model for today. This is Jasmine. Thank you so much for being here today. That means so much to me. All right, let's get started. So this is my kit right here. I have all my makeup in here. So what I'm gonna do is start with your eyebrows first, then your eyes, and then your full face. So let me get my eyebrow supplies together. This is the e.l.f. brow pencil that I'm gonna use today. So I'm just gonna brush out your eyebrows. And reach in up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by filling in the tail end of the brow right here. So we're going for kind of natural, but like sexy, glam, for going out at night, kind of. So I'm just filling in the tail end of the brow, filling in the sparse areas, brushing it out at the same time. And then slowly I'll get to the front and flick up. As I'm filling in, I'm still brushing it out. Okay, so now that I've finished the brows, I'm gonna use some concealer to cut it up a little bit, make it more sharp. So let me get that from Kits. These two right here, I'm gonna mix them so we can get her perfect complexion. So I'm just gonna put it underneath her eyebrows here. So let's start on her left side. Just gonna paint it on and then slowly trace underneath the brow just to clean it up after the lines that I just made. Put your head down a little bit, thank you. All right, it looks a little crazy right now, but we're gonna blend it out. So I'm just gonna put the rest of the concealer on her eyes so we can start the eyeshadow. This is an eyeshadow, or the concealer is to act like a primer for your eyes, like you're kind of like how you're painting on a wall. So yeah, we're just gonna put that all over her eyes. Just as a base, so we have something to work with here. You can center for me. And I'm gonna take another brush and slowly blend it out so it doesn't look a little crazy. Okay, I'm gonna take a little sponge and also blend it out as well. So it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, so now we're gonna start on the eyes. This is the palette that I'm using. Has a whole bunch of neutrals in here, but super pretty. I'm gonna use a little crease brush that I have right here just to have concentrated eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this shade right here, this dark one, just to pat it in. Going for sexy glam. Make sure you tap it off. Can't have too much going on there. Okay, so I'm just gonna start in her crease right here. And it's gonna look a little crazy at first, but don't worry, trust the process. So I'm just putting it in there, just packing it in. All right, so we're gonna start putting on the sparkle on her eyes, on her empty space. So let me get my brush for that. I'm gonna use this one. And I'm just gonna spray a little bit of setting spray on it so that we have some grip. And I'm gonna use this pink shade right here, this rose gold right there. So I'm not gonna tap this one off because I want a lot of pigment on it, so I'm just gonna place it on her. And just pat that on her lid, not her crease. Don't go up too much. And just because it's not to make it too harsh, I'm just gonna blend it out again so it can blend into the matte shades. Blend. All right, we're done with the eyes. Let's move on to the face. We're gonna start with some skin prep. I'm gonna use my moisturizer here to moisturize her face. Just take my brush. All right, I'm gonna start putting primer on her face. This is again just to act like a little base for her face, like you're painting on a wall. For this one, I'm gonna use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's super good. Make sure your face super sticky and tacky, which we want for the makeup because we want it to last all night when you go clubbing, you know? Okay, so I'm just gonna add some here. My brush, I use for concealer. Super tacky. We want this face to last all night. So I mixed a little concoction already, but these are the two foundations that I mixed together. I have one that's lighter and one that's darker. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundations. Super good, holy grails for me. So I mixed those two together. We're just gonna apply some to the face. Use my brush to blend it out. And also my sponge afterwards. Turn to your left. Yes, thank you. And then we also want to apply some to the neck so it doesn't look like she's just floating, you know? Gotta blend the neck out. All over, and look up for me for your chin. Yeah. Gonna get down here for your neck. And before it dries, blend it out. And then I'll take it in with a brush. Okay, now that's everywhere. I'm gonna tap it out with my sponge. Just so that it's not streaky, because that would kind of look a little crazy. All right, I'm gonna take some concealer now and brighten up her under eyes. So I'm taking this little concoction right here. The two concealers that I use for her brows, I'm gonna use them for her under eyes, right? So now I just want your eyes open and you're gonna look up for me like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna get underneath her eyes like this just to brighten it a little bit so she's more awake, to cancel out any darkness. And then I'm gonna take a blending brush, this little blending brush right here, just to set underneath the eyes. And just tap it out. And then I go in with the sponge again afterwards. And I'm just gonna tap it out, the sponge. so that's not patchy. Okay, now I'm gonna highlight. We're highlighting right now, so I'm gonna highlight her forehead a little bit, her nose, and her chin to bring it forward. And then afterwards, we contour to bring it back. This is her forehead. I'm gonna blend it out each time because this concealer dries a little fast. And then her nose, just to bring forward her nose a little bit. And then her chin. Just a little bit around her nose here. All right, now I'm gonna set her under eyes with some setting powder, just so that it's set, you know, kind of just like to cancel out the wetness. Gotta add some dry. Now look up for me. Yeah. I'm just gonna place it everywhere I put that concealer, just so that it can set and no creasing, because we want this makeup to last all night when she goes out to the club. Chin, nose, and forehead. After that, we're gonna bring back her face lift because we kind of just took a lot of stuff and brought it forward. We're gonna bronze her face a little bit, contour it, add some dimension. This is my contour kit. She looks a little crazy because I've used it a lot, but I'm gonna take some of this lighter shade here and mix it with a darker one, just a tad, just to add some dimension to her face, and also brush it away too because we don't know how much is gonna come out. So turn this way. We're gonna add it here to like the cheekbones, accentuate her cheekbones. Just right here. Very nice. Do you see how the bone structure is coming back? All right, turn to your other side. Gives a nice shadow. And flick up, so you don't want to come down and bring your face down, you want to face lift. So flick up, keep that contour there. I'm gonna add some around the temples to give her that roundness back because we kind of lost it with all the foundation and the base and the concealer. You gotta bring the structure back to her face. Turn this way, yeah. And then center. And we're gonna add a little bit to her nose. I'm gonna get my other brush right here so I can have more precision. Now we're gonna add some blush. I'm gonna add a peachy blush. This is my favorite one. It's by Milani. It's called Luminoso. This is what it looks like. Super peachy, super summertime. We're gonna take a blush brush. This one's super pigmented, so I gotta be careful with this one. But yeah, tap it off. And I'm just gonna tap it in to her apples of her cheeks. I'm just gonna tap it in just to add a little, this one's pretty glowy, so it's really pretty. Just to add a little bit of glow and accentuate her cheeks. Turn the other side. To add some color. Okay, now I'm gonna set her face so that I can all lock in. We just add a whole bunch of powders. Gotta add a little bit of setting spray to it. So I'm just gonna go. Ready? Just gonna tap in the setting spray a little bit. Super pretty. I'm gonna add lashes now. We're super close to being done, guys. I'm using these lashes by Ardell, and I already cut some so they could fit her eye, but yeah, make sure you cut the lashes so they can fit your client's eyes. And then I'm gonna take some eyelash glue right here and put that on the lash. Okay, all right, so now we're gonna add the lash. So you just close your eyes for me, please. I'm just gonna place it on this as closest to her lash line as possible. And just have her stay closed. I'll take the other one, thank you. Perfect. So do you see how it's kind of like less blue as it was before? It's drying there, so it's perfect right now. It's tacky. So we want to put it on right now. Nothing, we don't want to wait too much. So let's put this on. I'm gonna start the lips. So I'm gonna take this lip liner. This is the NYX matte lip liner in the shade Sandstorm. So I'm gonna line her lips with that while her lash is drying on her other side. Just a neutral color. Start with her Cupid's bow first. And then underneath, to give a little pout inside a little bit, just to make her lips look a little bit more pouty. You want to cut it in a little bit, not follow her natural lip line. Okay, now it's a little bit dry, so we can push it in. Now I'm gonna add some lip gloss to her face, or her lips. I'm gonna use this lip gloss right here. It's the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Topaz. So I'm gonna add this to her lips. Let me get an applicator. Just gonna put it all over where I didn't put the lip liner. Go like this for me. All right, now just swish it back and forth, and I'm gonna fix your underneath. Okay, relax. And lastly, I'm gonna just add some eyeshadow underneath her eyes right here just to balance it out. So I'm gonna go in with the purple shade that I had earlier, the fuchsia one, and just tap it off a little bit. And you're gonna look up for me like this. I'm just gonna tap it underneath here. And finally, just to add some mascara on the bottom of her lashes. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. Take a wand, and you're just gonna look straight. And I'm just gonna comb your lashes down. Okay, so this is the look that we finished today. We did a neutral glam with like a rose kind of background a little bit and like a rose gold kind of sparkle in front. I did natural lashes because I kind of wanted the look to stand out more than the lashes. A lot of the time, the lashes stand out more than the look, so I wanted to focus on her eyes. And then the lip was cute because it's very natural, nothing too crazy, just to go with the eyes. Like I said, I want the eyes to pop. So yeah, this is the finished look. Super cute. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope this helps you all create your own looks in the future. I'm your host, Vanessa Flagg, and your makeup artist. I'll see you next time on the Makeup Workshop.